I just feel like I'm really over it.
Kourtney Kardashian has always marched to the beat of her own drum. Now with the family's original show over and everyone moving on to the next chapter in life, it only makes sense that Kourt would pull away from her sisters and go down her own path. And it may have something to do with her love life. Kourtney attended the recent Met Gala with her entire family, but her body language showed that she was more into sticking close to her man than pairing up with her siblings and mother. We loved seeing Kourt and the fam walk the red carpet. And if you like live events, check out SeatGeek.com and use the promo code TTC for $20 off your first order. Number 1. It's a new chapter. With the ending of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it became painfully obvious that Kourtney was relieved to be spending less time filming for her family's show. Throughout the years, the eldest Kardashian sister always felt like an outsider with Kim and Khloe and got much less enjoyment from sharing her life with fans.
It's hard to come to work when you feel this intense attitude and being ganged up on every day.
Kourtney recently shared in an interview with Bustle that shooting wasn't always a good time for her. She said, "Shooting our show, it became a really toxic environment at the end for me. I would fight with my sisters. There was just a lot going on. And even for me personally, I wasn't in the happiest place." For years, the mom of 3 was pulling away from the family's reality show business. At one point, she even left the show altogether. In 2020, the star confirmed that she'd chosen to take a step back from filming, sharing that she finally felt like she had the courage to make certain changes in her life. She said, "I was feeling just really unhappy. I felt like I was on a hamster wheel. I felt like something needed to change. I felt like I've finally gotten to the place where I can balance being a mom and working. I've really shifted my focus." Number 2. Her relationship is first priority. Since getting together with Travis Barker, Kourtney has excluded herself even more from her sisters. For months, she put her budding relationship with the rocker ahead of her other priorities. Fans loved seeing Kourtney happier than ever with her new partner. But her sisters looked more jealous than before that Kourtney was really moving on from Scott and making big changes in her life.
Kissing and hugging is not a bad thing. I'm actually grateful that my kids can see a loving, affectionate relationship.
Number 3. The new baby will be time-consuming. Recently, Kourtney and Travis Barker opened up about wanting to add more kids to their joint family. The 46-year-old musician and 43-year-old star could have a long fertility journey ahead of them, which will add to an even bigger wedge between her and her sisters. If Kourtney and Travis have a baby, they'll not only be co-parents to each other's kids, but share in the responsibility of a brand new little one. A huge and time-consuming responsibility.
He's a really amazing father. It's one of the reasons that I fell in love with him.
Number 4. They still enable Scott. Kourtney has expressed how annoyed she is that her family would never let her let go of Scott. The pair were on and off since first getting together in 2006, but Kourt has since moved on, or tried to.
With my family enabling Scott because they don't know all of the details.
Kourt shared that her siblings, especially Khloe, are still close with Scott following their split and continuously encourage her to get back together with him.
Scott and I are literally kicking each other under the table.
Despite Kourtney making it clear to her family that she always wanted to move on from Scott, Khloe has maintained a close relationship with her sister's ex. The pair have proven to be besties on and off camera, which understandably makes Kourtney a little uncomfortable.
Khloe and I know how to spark a conversation.
Number 5. Her kids are older. Kourtney has always disagreed with her sisters on how to raise their kids. Kourtney was the first to enter parenthood, before Kim, Khloe, or Kylie, and settled on her own ways of disciplining Penelope, Mason, and Rain. Kourtney only lets her kids use their phones and social media for a few hours a week, while Kim lets her daughter North have her own TikTok account. But now that Kourtney's kids are older, her parenting styles are even more different from her siblings, who still have younger kids, toddlers, and babies. With Kourt's kids getting older and Travis's teens in the picture, it's likely she'll start taking a different parenting direction. Number 6. Setting boundaries. Has Kourtney just been trying to set healthy boundaries between herself and her family? Or does she think she's better than the rest of them? It depends on who you ask. To some, Kourtney is clearly just trying to live life, as she likes to put it.
I am just here to live life.
To others, Kourtney is acting superior to her siblings by distancing herself from the show that earned them their current fame and fortune. Does Kourt have the right to just live her life? Number 7. They don't get along.
Don't ever come at me like that. I swear to God, I'll punch you in your face.
Before Kim Kardashian became the family's biggest earner, and before Kylie Jenner launched her billion-dollar business, Kourtney was considered Kris Jenner's favorite golden child. But throughout the years, Kourtney's success faded in comparison to her billionaire sisters, and her relationship with them suffered at the same time.
You're a very distraught, evil human being. I don't want to see you, okay?
As their show proved, sometimes Kourt, Kim, and Khloe just couldn't get along. Their strained relationship even led to a few fights.
And she's the only one with work ethic, and she's doing this, and this.
Number 8, her engagement told the whole story. When Kourt and Travis got engaged, it seemed like they were the only two people in the world. I mean, that's true love, right? But Kourtney and Travis made their engagement all about them, not even choosing to include their kids in the proposal. It's no surprise that these lovebirds want some time to themselves, and that Kourtney put even more distance between herself, Kim, and Khloe. Number 9, she almost eloped. Following their short engagement, Kourtney and Travis were anxious to start life as a married couple. So much so that they almost tied the knot together in Vegas.
When I woke up at like 6 in the morning to work out, Kourtney was like, I got married. And then Khloe was like, I was there. And I was so confused. I was like,
the pair swooped into an eldest chapel, intending to elope, but unfortunately were too late to get a license. The fact that Kourtney would have gotten married without her entire family in attendance proves that she's totally willing to separate her personal life from her siblings and mom. Number 10, she has other friends.
I think sometimes you just connect with certain people.
The Kardashians are known for keeping their inner circle as tight as possible. Once you're in, you're in. But once you're out, you're out. Unlike her sisters, Kourtney is known for expanding her friend circle and getting close with anyone she clicks with.
It's just nice to have good, positive energy around.
The star famously befriended the much younger TikTok star Addison Rae, and the pair really hit it off. She was also besties with Travis for a long time before they started dating.
Always really, really liked him, even when they were just friends for a few years.
Number 11, she's busy with POOSH. Not caring what other people think is the best choice you will ever make. After separating herself from the family's reality show, Kourtney decided to dedicate her time to her lifestyle brand and website POOSH, which she shared is all about living a healthy life with positivity and overall well-being. She said, "It was really important to me when I started POOSH that it was something that I was doing for myself." Number 12, traveling with Travis on tour. Dating a musician definitely has its perks, especially for someone like Kourt who wants to put a little distance between herself and her family. The Kardashians are famous for doing everything together, but maybe Kourtney needs a little time to spread her wings. And what better way to do that than following your new husband on a rock tour? With some shows planned for the summer, we're sure Kourt will be backstage for at least a few of these concerts. Number 13, she has different priorities.
I just want to feel fulfilled and happy. Life is too short.
Even though the entire family has proven that their work ethic is the main source of their success, some of the Kardashian siblings are a little more career-focused than others. Kim and Kylie have always been business-minded and constantly working on their next big project. On the other hand, Kendall and Kourtney are a little more into a chill lifestyle and prefer to work on one project at a time. Kourtney would much prefer to spend time with her kids than spend all day at an office.
Everyone understanding that we all have different priorities. Working is just, it's not my top priority.
Number 14, different style.
She's the least exciting to look at, so she can be out.
Kourtney has always tried to keep her look more natural than her sisters and ended up having a totally different style that Kim hasn't always agreed with. Kourtney's style differs from her sisters and is more in line with her unique personality. Her looks were always a little more laid back and casual, just like her. Lately, Kourtney has adopted a more rocker chick sense of fashion to go along with the edgier style of Travis Barker's look, and we have to say, she's rocking it. Of course, dressing so differently from her high-fashion siblings definitely puts some tension between the sisters. Number 15, lifestyle choices. Kourtney's lifestyle has always included healthy eating and balanced exercise and fun.
Kourtney has this vision of no sugar or no disgusting chemical.
Because of her strong views on diet and what she's allowed her kids to consume, she's often argued with her sisters. Kourtney tries to be more organic and natural, while her siblings are okay with indulging once in a while. Kourtney's lifestyle also meant that she was a little more strict with her kids than Kim was with hers, which also led to some arguments over their nannies.
Kim's nanny and I had a little disagreement.
Is Kourtney Kardashian really done with her sisters forever? Only time will tell, and we can't wait to see what's next for this powerhouse mom and creator. Do you think Kourtney will ever leave the family business for good? Let us know what you think in the comments, and subscribe to The Thing Celebrity for more on your favorite famous families.